Hey guys, welcome. Big Ken, Sports Card Lessons Podcast. I talked on today's episode that I had just received an SGC order back and I wanted to do a reveal. I did talk about doing an Instagram live um, because I kept seeing messages every time I logged into StreamYard about, I could record this directly on Instagram, but today, when I tried to do it, it wanted me to change my Instagram to a professional account. And before I did, I just did a quick search and I found more people trying to figure out how to turn it back from professional to a personal and people complaining about it. So I did not want to get involved in doing that today. So I'm just doing a regular video here, and I'm going to throw it up on YouTube, and I'll advertise it a little bit so people go see it. I'm really excited. Like I said, my first submission to SGC, I was completely happy. And by no means do they sponsor me. Am I getting paid or anything for this? But I've talked many times about not liking how the slabs look. That I just felt they were basic, the black and white. But most of these cards, not all, but most of them will be PC cards. So I'm just happy to have them slabbed, and I was really excited about the grades I got back. So we'll get started here. Let me just bring this one in. Here we go. So the first one here, these Parkside, the One Nation, One Team came out with a set, and there was, certain cards were autographed. So I acquired all the autographs. So I have them all here, and I had them graded, and most of them did very well. So this one here is the Sophia Harada. It's 9.5. Most of them came out at 9.5 with 10 auto. So I was excited about that. This one here is Naomi Girma. And forgive me if I say the names wrong because it's just who I am, right? Again, a 9.5 with a 10 auto. Excited about that. This one, Ashley Sanchez. And you can see some of the autos are different colors. So these particular ones, she signed some in red, some in blue. Nobody really knows if one is more limited than the other, but again, happy to have them. 9.5 with a 10 auto. Next one, Alex Morgan. So which is funny is that mostly all these came 9.5 with a 10 auto, except for the Alex Morgan, right? I mean, just go figure that this comes in 8 with a 10 auto. And again, I collected the whole set. I wanted to slab it and just keep the whole set. So, whether it's an 8 or a 9.5, it just, at some point, if I have all of them that are 9.5 with a 10 auto, I'll probably start looking for another one of these cards that I could grade to hopefully get, to match it up a 9.5 with a 10 auto. This one here, Becky Soderbaum. Again, 9.5 with a 10 auto. Blue, and that was blue ink, and then we're back to red ink. This one I was excited about. This is the Alyssa Thompson, and this is still considered her rookie, rookie year for the card. And this is with the red ink. Again, I'm not sure. I'm hoping that it's more limited, but who knows? 9.5 with a 10 auto. Julie Ertz. So this was a little better than the Alex Morgan. This was an 8.5 with a 10 auto. And what's interesting is the two that I received in my box that I opened up was the Alex Morgan and the Julie Ertz. Sleeve, penny sleeve, top load them immediately. and it's a little different when you're buying them, right? When I, now I say, okay, I want to complete the set, I want to buy them. So now I get a choice. I get to really examine cards and really try to pick out which ones I think are going to gem. So that makes a lot of the difference too of these. But these were the two, Julie Ertz, Alex Morgan. They were at, when they came out, a little bit more expensive for those ones. So I was happy to pull them and get them graded. So next one here, Janet Neiswanger. So she, these are from the Parkside this year. This was the 2023 Parkside. Again, a 9.5 with a 10 auto. This one here is one that I pulled out of the Topps Chrome. It's the dual auto with Salma. I know I'm not getting these names right. Parallelo and Assisto Shola. So they didn't gem the auto. So what was interesting, which I didn't know about SGC, and I actually sent them because there's nowhere really to say, grade the auto or don't grade the auto. And they responded back pretty quick, and they said, we'll grade all the autos if they're a 10. If they're not a 10, we just won't grade it. So this particular one, this dual auto, and this here is the orange, and it's numbered 19 to 25. I don't know if you can see that. 19 to 25. So this was kind of a cool pull for me. I was excited to pull this card and graded it. So that'll be one that'll be for sale. This is a card that I had for a while that I had. This was a 2022 Parkside. So I had this card and I had it in a one touch. I had pulled this card, I put it in a one touch, and I just kept it. And when I was putting this order together, I really looked this card over again. And even when I pulled it, I thought it looked really great. So of course you see there's no grade on the autos. So, and I know Parkside, these autos are, a lot of them don't get, the autos don't get graded well. So that's why the autos aren't graded. But I was super excited to get this come back as a 10. So we got a couple Megan Rapinos. These were the 2023 Don Russ, the World Cup that just came out. So this here is just a silver autograph. Nothing special about it besides being autographed, but the card looked so good that I was like, I almost guarantee this thing would gem 10-10. And it did, and the auto on it was great too. So I graded it just because I felt it was going to gem. Another one that will be for sale. And this card here I graded, and you'll see why, because this one was numbered to 25. And when I looked at it, I knew this one wouldn't gem. I thought that the auto would. But again, it's Megan Rapinoe. It's numbered to 25. So I sent that one in to get graded too. Another card that will be for sale. And then we bounce back to the 2023 Parkside. This is Christy Mewis and the auto. And this one here, this auto is numbered to 99 on this one too. And I probably should have showed you that on the Jenna. And you could see by the colors of the Jenna also. I'll put this one right back over top. That one there, that one's numbered to 99 as well. So a lot of these, they just come as the auto, and then you get some that are differently numbered. But these ones here were numbered to 99. So I thought it was worth grading these. Unfortunately, this one came a 7, but it was still a great card. And I knew there was an issue. I don't know if you can see there's an up in this corner up here. I knew there was an issue with that too. I was just hoping it would get like an 8, an 8.5, something like that. I really didn't think it was going to come back a 7, but again, it's still a very nice card. So this is a card that I have. I have one of these cards already, that's numbered, and it was the only card that I saw, and I keep it in my PC. And then I saw this at a show, and I picked it up very inexpensively, and I was excited to get it and get it graded and get it to come back. It's Brittany Griner. Um, and this one here was from 2016 Tops. It's the Olympics. I think it's called the Olympic pedigree on there. So I was excited to find this card, and great grade on it, 9.5 with a 10 auto. And I know some people are like, like it's like with Megan Rapinoe too. Some people are like, they really like them, or they really don't. And I understand, but they're athletes. They're in the sport that I like, and they're excellent players. So this was a 2023 Donruss, also the World Cup, and this one here, Georgia Stanway, and I'll put that up here. So this one is numbered 4 of 5. It's a green numbered 4 of 5. Decent auto, 9 with a 10 auto. So a lot of these, I mean, you can see they're sticker autos. So a lot of the autos, they should be great, right? They should come 10s. But you'll see on a couple of these that I graded that that they were like 4 or 5, something like that. If this is a card, will be for sale, that I could have just sold this raw, but I figured, what, let's try to get it to gem. I thought it would get a 9.5 or a 10, but we're okay with the 9, and I'm sure it'll sell. There'll be a big market for that one out there. Another Donruss World Cup, Naomi Girma. This was the silver, and it was a lot like the Rapinoe. I thought this was going to gem. That's why I sent it, and it did come back a 9. And sometimes that happens, right? And sometimes it may be just something that I couldn't see on the card, or had to do with the centering, or I'm not sure. But it did not gem. It came back a 9, but that's okay. That's okay. There's a big market for her out there. Oh, here was another one of the, this was Sofia Vergara, the One Nation, One Team. This was another from that set, that original set I did, which a 9.5, again, 9.5 with a 10 auto. I'll probably be on the hunt to get those other 2 cards as a 9.5 with 10 autos as well, if they exist. I can get them done. This was a card I pulled last year out of the Onyx Vintage. It's the 2022 Onyx Vintage Competitors. And I was just excited because, it's one of these cards that, I'll just throw it up there. It's Jonathan David. He's from Canada. He's a soccer player from Canada. And it's numbered number 1 of 10. And it came back at 10-10. The card was in fantastic. I mean, it looked beautiful. And it's inscribed too, the Iceman. So I'm sure there's a market out there. I may have to go across the border, sell that in Canada, but I'm sure there's a market out there for him. And again, this card is numbered 1 of 10. Well, I should show that to you on the back, bottom corner here, handwritten in, card number 1 of 10. So excited about that. Now to some of the big PC cards that I've talked about. So these were both the same cards. These were the variation. These were the Trinity Rodman. These were the 2021 Trinity Rodman. And on here they have listed as blue-red uniform. But, better known to most people as the variation card, the rookie variation card, which were very limited. So I ended up buying one, and then a week and a half later, 2 weeks later, when I made a deal for another card that's here, I ended up getting a second one, and they both came back 9s, which is perfect for me. I mean, I know these early Parkside cards, I know they don't grade well. So for nines, eights, nines out of there, you get excited about it. So and I'm going to explain what I'm saying now. So here, this card here, I bought this card raw. I really wanted Sophia Smith. I wanted one of her rookie auto cards, and I was trying to buy one, and I would talk to I've talked to a number of people, and the raws were selling at a very good price, but the graded, these like this eights, like you couldn't get people anywhere under $1,200 to buy one of these. So I ended up going out and buying one of these. I bought one of these raw at a very good price, sent it in for grading, and lo and behold, it came back an 8. So super excited about that. A card I wanted for my PC, and I ended up getting into it, for half of what they're selling for out there now. So excited about that. This one here, and I'm just looking at it, and I don't know why they didn't. What did they say on this? So on this one here, it's funny. I just noticed this now. This one here, they say blue ink on here for the Sophia Smith, but now here's the Trinity Rodman with the purple ink. And the difference is these blue ink ones are numbered to 250, and the purple were numbered to 50, right? So the purple were there was only 50 of these. And I'm just surprised this one doesn't say purple on it. But again, it's an 8. Super excited. When I don't know, I didn't really go look to see what all the grades were on these. But whenever I see any of these, I haven't seen any above an 8. I know I've seen the Sophia Smith as an 8.5, but I haven't seen many of the purple 8s. So again, excited. It's a PC card. It's not going anywhere. And the card last year, I talked about, all year, I put it on my goal list, in December of 2022. I wrote out a list of all the cards. I had some short-term goals, some bigger goals, right? And this was a bigger goal. And I really didn't think that it was going to happen. And so excited at the end of the year it did, right? So this card here ended up being a redemption. That it was supposed, and I don't have all the facts. I just know it was supposed to be somebody else, and that person never signed the cards. So then they made these cards up. So these were numbered to 100. These were Trinity Rodman, and they were the Rookie of the Year. They were considered Rookie of the Year cards. And this particular one is numbered 27 to 100. So what people say is not all were redeemed. I mean, there's still a lot of 2021 hanger boxes out there. Like if you go look online on eBay and things like that, and every now and then I buy some just when I feel like I'm in the mood to go pull some, Sophia Smith or Trinity Rodman, look for, go searching for some of their rookie cards. I will, and hope for something better, like, like an auto or things like that. But there's still a lot of the product out there that hasn't even been opened up yet. So there weren't that many of these cards that were actually redeemed. So I'm not sure if anybody knows exactly how many were redeemed. But what I am super excited about on this card was the 10 auto. Because if you look at all these other cards that I'm bringing out that are from that same year, and these autos, like the Sophia Smith, I mean, these autos look good. The Trinity on this one, the auto looks great on this one too, but none of those autos were graded. And this particular one, this auto is graded. So super excited about that. And that concludes my SGC reveal. Again, most of these cards in the PC, some of them are going to, end up for sale, whether it's, in the spring when the women are back playing, or if I just hold them for World Cup next year. But I'm already sending a second order off to SGC with some more of the women's World Cup, and I've got a huge order I just packaged up to send off to PSA. So excited! Got big things happening. Today is January 1st, right? First day of the year. So jumped straight into it this year. Didn't even, not one day off, right? Just jump in and moving forward. So wishing everybody a happy new year, and I will see you soon.